Hello everybody, it's me again, Flash for all Ash Flash. Ha! I've got another story for you today from Peppa Pig. It's called Learning to Share. It's a very important skill. I wonder if you can see good sharing in this story. See you afterwards. Peppa Pig Learning to Share. One bright summer morning, Peppa and her friends are all at the playground. Candy Cat is on the tyre swing. Pedro Pony is going down the slide. Peppa, Susie Sheep and Danny Dog are all on the merry-go-round. "Can you spin us really fast?" Peppa asks Daddy Pig. Peppa's little brother George is at the playground too. George is a bit too small for the merry-go-round. Mummy Pig pushes him on the swing instead. "Hiya," says George. "Not too high, George," says Mummy Pig. Squeak, squeak. Here are Rebecca Rabbit and her little brother Richard Rabbit. They have come to play. Richard has brought his toy dinosaur. "Can I go on the merry-go-round too?" Rebecca asks. "Of course," says Daddy Pig. "Hop on." Rebecca laughs. "Let's go really, really fast." Squeak, squeak. Richard thinks the merry-go-round looks like fun too. In fact, he wants to hop on. "Aww," groans Peppa. "If Richard gets on, it means we can't go fast." Richard is little, just like George. He's too young to go fast on the merry-go-round. "It's okay," says Rebecca. "Richard can play with George instead." "No," says Richard. He wants to play with the big kids. "George has a toy dinosaur just like yours," Mummy Rabbit tells Richard. "Let's go and see." George holds up his green dinosaur. "Dinosaur!" he says. Richard holds up his red dinosaur. "Grrr!" he growls. George and Richard both love dinosaurs. That gives Mummy Pig and Mummy Rabbit an idea. "George, can Richard play with your dinosaur?" Mummy Pig asks. "No," says George. Richard, can George play with your dinosaur?" asks Mummy Rabbit. "No," says Richard. George and Richard do not want to share. "George, it will be much more fun playing together if you share," says Mummy Pig. She takes Mr. Dinosaur and gives him to Richard. Richard likes holding both dinosaurs, but George is not happy. "Wah!" he cries. "Richard, that was really nice of George," says Mummy Rabbit. "Now, let him hold the dinosaurs." She gives the dinosaurs to George. "Wah!" cries Richard. Sharing doesn't seem like much fun at all. "George and Richard always cry when they play together," says Peppa. "They're just too little to play nicely." "Can you big girls teach them how to play together?" asks Mummy Rabbit. Peppa and Rebecca help George and Richard make sandcastles in the sandbox. "See? Playing together is fun," says Peppa. "Everything is going very well until..." George smashes Richard's sandcastle with his shovel. Then Richard smashes George's sandcastle with his shovel. "Wah! Wah!" they cry. Oh dear, this does not seem to be working. How can George and Richard learn to play together nicely? Says Mummy Pig. "I have an idea." "George, what's your favourite thing in the whole playground?" Mummy Pig asks. "Seesaw," says George. George loves the seesaw, but he can't play on the seesaw on his own. He needs a friend to play with him. Squeak, squeak, hee hee hee. George and Richard have lots of fun playing together on the seesaw. Mummy Pig's idea worked. George and Richard have learned that playing together is fun, especially when they both share the fun with a friend. Wow, I'm glad Richard and George got to share in the end. It was much more fun, wasn't it? Remember, being a good friend is all about sharing and taking turns. Remember that next time you're playing with your friends. I'll see you again soon. Bye.